Hello and welcome to One to Win and more in our Christmas family tournament. We've reached Heat 4. If you're watching earlier in the week, you'll know that we have 3 finalists for the grand final tomorrow already. They are Annette Roberts from Royston, Kerry Milsom from St Albans and Barbara Beards from Cradley Heath. I wonder who's going to win today to make up that foursome. We have the Dodding family with us. Let's meet them. And we'll start with the first one, which seems fairly sensible. He's James Dodding from Peterborough, and he's a project manager, and his favourite subject is sport. Welcome to you, James.
Welcome.
You're a bit of a cyclist, I think.
Only from pub to pub, basically, at the moment. It gets me there and gets me back home again in one piece. So.
Well, that's fair enough. Junk in charge of a bicycle, eh?
No, we obviously I keep below the limits, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Very good. OK, well, good luck, James.
Okay.
And we move on to your brother, Stephen Dodding, also from Peterborough, of course, and he's a dentist. And his favourite subject is science, which seems fairly good,
sensible.
Giving us how you're a dentist. Welcome to you, Stephen. Now, you're also doing some cycling, I think, as well.
Yes, I'm training at the moment for a Grand Canyon cycle challenge later on in the year. It's 260 miles over 5 days through Arizona.
Through the Grand Canyon or down
and
up?
It, and hopefully not over it, I suppose.
Are you going to take your brother with you? No, I shouldn't bother. He's always drunk.
I'll be in the pub.
No, don't do that. OK, Stephen, good luck to you. And we'll move on to James' wife, who is Janet Dodding. Also from Peterborough, of course. She's a sales advisor, and her favourite subject is entertainment. Welcome to you, Janet.
Hello.
Now, your card tells me that you became a mother and a grandmother in the same year.
I did.
How did you manage that?
Well, not all by myself. Within the space of 5 months, I had my youngest daughter in March, and my oldest son produced my granddaughter in August.
Very good. Well, that's quite a little collection. And you've got means lots of Christmas presents.
It does.
The more children you have, if they're good to
Very much so.
their mother and their grandmother. Good luck to you, Janet.
Thank you.
Last but not least is James and Stephen's cousin, who's Angela Outram from Roberttown in West Yorkshire. She's a housewife. Her favourite subject is food and drink. Welcome, Angela.
Hello.
You've got some children as well, I think.
I have. I've got Joseph, who's 5, and Bethany, who's 3.
Well, everyone else has waved to their children. Would you like to wave to your
I
children?
certainly would. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Bethany.
Good. Very good. OK, well, good luck to
Thank you.
Angela. Who do you think is going to win, Angela?
Stephen.
Stephen, you think? Right. Janet, what do you think?
I'd better say James.
Yeah, that's probably diplomatic. Stephen, what's your view?
Well, I don't know. I think it's a game of 3 halves, isn't it, Robin? So I think probably Jamie, actually. I'll go for Jamie.
They seem to be sort of plumping towards you, James. Who do you think?
Well, in the interests of marital harmony, I'll go for Janet as an outsider as well, I think.
OK, well, we'll find out, won't we, when we play One to Win. So, even though it's Christmas, we're going to have to play Beat the Buzzer. The aim is to score 9 points, and the first 3 of the Dodding family to score 9 points will be going through into the next round. We start with category questions. They're worth 1, 2 or 3 points, depending on their difficulty, and you choose. And we have some general knowledge questions, which are worth 1 point as well, every now and again. If you think you know the answer to a question while I'm still reading it, you're entitled to buzz in, but if you get the answer wrong, you'll be locked out until the end of that particular question. That's all there is to it. Good luck. Hands on buzzers. Question 1 is a general knowledge question. It's worth 1 point. Which letter is sometimes used instead of Christ in the words, James?
X.
X is right, in the words Christmas. So that's 1 point to you. So, James, the first category is musicals, and you can choose a 1, 2 or 3 point question.
2, please.
A 2 point question on musicals. The song 16 going on 17 comes from, Stephen?
Sound of Music.
The Sound of Music, yes. So it's 2 points to you. And it's Waters of the World now, Stephen.
3 points, please, Robin.
3 on Waters of the World, right. Christmas Creek is found in the western part of which Commonwealth country? James?
Australia?
Yes, indeed. That's 3 to you. You've gone to 4. Was that a guess? OK. Right, so it's books now.
2 again, I think.
2 on books. Who wrote the detective novel Hercule Poirot's... Stephen?
Agatha Christie.
Yes, Hercule Poirot's Christmas. Agatha Christie, it had to be. So you're on 4. And the British Isles now.
3 again, I think, Robin.
3 on the British Isles, right. The town of Rothsay is found Stephen?
On Lewis.
No, it is not. It's found on which Scottish Isle? Anybody? No, time's up. It's Bute. Right, so general knowledge for 1 point. What form of transport is a catamaran? James?
It's a type of boat.
It is indeed, yes. So you got a 5. And now it's the human body.
2.
2 on the human body, right. The carpals and phalanges, Stephen?
Are in the hands.
They are the hands, the bones in the hands, yes. So you've got a 6. Plants and flowers.
2, please, Robin.
2 on plants and flowers. Which plant is used both for making furniture and feeding giant pandas? Stephen?
Bamboo.
Bamboo, yes, indeed. A useful plant. So right goes to 8. Pop music.
Ooh, 2, please.
2 on pop music. Which all-girl group topped the charts? Oh, Stephen? James? Oh, no,
Spice Girls.
yes, indeed. Those are the ones I was looking for. In the 2 become 1 at Christmas in 1996. So you've gone to 7, James. Right, cities now.
2, please, Robin.
2 on cities. The cities of Jacksonville and Tallahassee. James?
Are the state capitals of Tennessee and Florida.
That's not the answer I'm looking for. I can finish the question. Are located in which of the US states? Stephen?
Florida.
Florida is right. Yes, they're both in Florida. You've gone through to the next round, Stephen. Well done. So we'll recap the scores. We see that James is on 7. James's wife, Janet, has yet to score. And James's cousin, Angela, has yet to score, but I'm sure they will do so as time goes on. Stop giggling. Well, you can giggle if you want, I suppose. Right, general knowledge for 1 point. To whom is St. Matthew's Gospel referring to, pardon the grammar, when it mentions the Magi? James?
3 wise men.
The 3 wise men, yes. 1 point, goes to 8. Food and drink.
Just the 1.
Just the 1 on food and drink. To which group of vegetables does the shallot belong? Angela?
Onion.
Onion, right. Score. Right, that's 1 point for you. Classical music now.
1, please.
1 on classical music. What was the composer Beethoven's given name? James?
Ludwig van Beethoven.
Yeah, Ludwig. That's what I was looking for. Well done. You're through to the next round. So, 2 contestants left. Only one of you can go through to the next round. Janet's score at the moment shows nothing, and Angela's on 1, so it's all to play for. General knowledge for 1 point. According to the saying, where on a gift horse should you not... Janet?
In the mouth.
In the mouth, yes. So it's 1 all now. Janet, sport.
1, please.
1 on sport. Bath and Saracens are 2 leading... Janet?
Rugby.
Rugby...
League?
I need... You said league?
Yeah.
And no, that's wrong. So I can finish the question. 2 leading clubs in which sport? Angela?
Rugby union.
Rugby union, yes. Sorry about that, Janet. They were yelling in my ear, she has to say. Right, Angela. Cinema.
2, please.
2 on cinema. Which British director and actor starred as the kind gentleman Kris Kringle in the 1994 Christmas film Miracle? Janet?
Richard Attenborough.
Yes, Miracle on 34th Street. So you've gone to 3 now, Janet. And we turn to the events of 25th of December.
2, please.
2. On the 25th of December 1926, Emperor Hirohito acceded to the throne of which country? Janet?
Japan.
Japan, yes. So you've gone to 5. Now it's science.
2, please.
2 on science. Copper and zinc combine to form which alloy? Oh dear. Brass. Yes, you'll be in trouble with the menfolk for not getting that one right. General knowledge for 1 point. Who broadcasts a traditional Christmas Day message to the, Janet?
The Queen.
The Queen, yes, to the British people. So you're on 6 now, Janet. Television.
1, please.
1 on television. Who's played the role of Frank Butcher in EastEnders? Janet.
I've forgotten his name.
Well, that's a wrong then in that case. Angela?
No, sorry.
No ideas? Okay, it's Mike Reed. Was that who you were trying to think of? Yes. Say yes now.
Yes, Pat.
Okay, general knowledge for 1 point. Which Disney cartoon character is usually dressed in a blue and white sailor... Janet?
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck is right. That's 1 point. You've got a 7. She's going to have to buzz faster, aren't you, Angela?
I am.
She's faster than you are. Right, Janet, British history.
1, please.
1 on British history. In November 1973, which member of the royal family married Captain Mark Phillips? Janet.
Princess Anne.
Princess Anne, now the Princess Royal. Yes, you've gone up to 8. And now we turn to games.
1, please.
1 on games. In which children's game does a player in the centre try to catch a ball being passed by the other players? Time's up. It's Pig in the Middle. Or it used to be Pig in the Middle. I don't know if they still do it. Right, general knowledge for 1 point. Traditionally performed by children at Christmas. Which... Angela?
Nativity.
Sorry?
The Nativity.
Nativity play, yes. Well done, gone to 3. Now, Angela, politics.
1, please.
1 on politics. The Dáil Éireann is the representative assembly of which nation? Time's up. Ireland. Republic of Ireland. General knowledge then again for 1 point. In which language did the term laissez-faire originate, Angela?
French.
French, yes, 1 point. You've gone to 4. Acronyms and abbreviations.
2, please.
2. ROSPA is the Royal Society for the Prevention of what? Angela?
Cruelty to animals.
No, that's incorrect. Janet, any ideas? No, time's up. Accidents. It's the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents. General knowledge for 1 point. Yorkshire, Skye, Scottish and Jack Russell. Janet?
Terriers.
They are terriers, and you're through to the next round. Well, bad luck, Angela. You were doing a fight back. I thought at the moment you might get there, but oh dear, well, only 3 can go through. So you have a 1-to-win document bag.
Thank you.
OK, thank you very much indeed for taking part. Right, 3 competitors left. They're all Doddings. It's time for In the Spotlight. OK, in the Spotlight round, the competitors compete against the clock. And the first one into this round is always the first one to go into the Spotlight. So, Stephen, please, in the Spotlight. Right, Stephen, the rules are very simple. You have to try and set up 4 correct answers in a row within 40 seconds. If you do it within the time, we stop the clock. If you get an answer wrong, the score goes back to 0 and you builds up again as fast as you can towards 4. At the end of the time, we'll credit you with the highest number you did manage to get in a row. The advantage of being first in is you get first choice from 4 categories.
Wonderful.
Yes. Let's see what they are today. They are British history, Christmas food and drink, the movies, and famous animals.
British history, please.
British history for you. Right you are. So, 40 seconds then to try and set up 4 in a row on British history. And your time starts now. Who was Britain's Prime Minister throughout the Falklands War?
Margaret Thatcher.
That's correct. In which century was Britain proclaimed a republic by Oliver Cromwell?
The 17th.
That's correct. Which doctor compiled the Dictionary of English Language in the 1750s?
Dr. Johnson.
That's correct. Who commanded the British forces during their 217-day defence of Mafeking?
It was Baden-Powell.
Yes, that's right. Which great... Oh, that's 4 in a row. Well done. Thank you. Right, so that's Stephen on 4. James, see if you can do any better than your brother. Well, you can't, really. You can't do better than 4, but you could equal 4. And that's the aim, anyway, is to try and set up 4 in a row within 40 seconds. 3 categories to choose from. Christmas food and drink, the movies, and famous animals.
I'll try famous animals.
Famous animals, then. So, 40 seconds to try and set up 4 in a row on famous animals, and your time starts now. Which famous fox cracked jokes with the catchphrase
Basil
boom boom?
Brush.
That's correct. What colour is Snoopy's feathered friend Woodstock?
Yellow.
That's correct. What is the name of the Jack Russell Terrier seen in the HMV logo?
Nipper.
That's correct. What was the name of the golden eagle who escaped from London Zoo in 1960? That's correct. And you've set up 4 in a row. Well done. I think you did do better than Stephen, because I think you did it quicker. Right, so that's 4 all. Janet, oh dear, what a responsibility. Your turn in the spotlight, please. Well, obviously, Janet, you're going to have to get 4 if you're going to even stand a chance of getting into the final. 2 categories to choose from. They're Christmas food and drink and the movies.
Christmas food and drink, please.
Christmas food and drink. All right, so 40 seconds then to try and set up 4 in a row on Christmas food and drink. And your time starts now. Which bird of American origin is traditionally eaten on Christmas Day?
Pheasant.
No, turkey. A layer of what sweet paste usually covers a Christmas cake before it's iced?
Marzipan.
That's correct. What name is given to wine heated with fruits and spices such
Mulled.
as... That's correct. Which traditional Scottish cakes made on Christmas morning must stay unbroken until evening?
Dundee.
No, Samhain. Which Christmas cake is covered in chocolate buttercream made to
A
resemble...
Yule log.
That's correct. What kind of nuts are traditionally included in a stuffing for turkey?
Chestnuts.
That's correct. What is traditionally stirred on Stir-Up Sunday, the next before
Christmas
Advent?
pudding.
That's correct. What colour are cranberries?
Red.
That's correct. Then that's 4 in a row. Well done. Oh, you surprised yourself there, didn't you? Right, everyone's got 4. It means we're going to have a triple tie-break to see who goes through to the final. The way we do this is I'll ask a series of general knowledge questions, each of which is worth 1 point. The first 2 of you to score 2 points goes through in the head-to-head final. So we'll remove the scores, hands-on buzzers. Here we go with question 1. What am I? I am an organisation of nations that includes Belgium, James?
NATO.
NATO's correct. 1 point to you. Here we go with question 2. Who am I? I'm a fictional character who's featured in a book, stage musical and film. I was spotted, given elocution lessons and introduced to high... Stephen?
Eliza Doolittle.
That's correct. 1 point to you. Here's question 3. What am I? I'm an elastic substance that occurs naturally within some tropical plants. James?
Rubber.
Rubber, that's right. So you're guaranteed your place in the final. Stay there if you would, please, James, as we go on to the next question. What am I? I am a famous seaside resort in England, originally a fishing village. I was a fashionable health resort. Stephen?
Brighton.
Brighton's right, yes. So you've got 2. So now we know who's going to be in the head-to-head final. It's Stephen and it's James. So, Janet, we know what that means. But you were fighting pretty well there. You might have done it. You can have a one-to-win document bag.
Thank you.
I suppose that's something. Thank you for taking part. Right, so now we know the head-to-head final today is going to be between 2 brothers. They're Stephen Dodding from Peterborough, who's a dentist, and James Dodding from Peterborough, who's a project manager. So join us after the break to find out who's going to be today's one to win. Welcome back to One to Win and the Christmas Family Tournament and the head-to-head final, which today is between the 2 brothers Dodding. They're James Dodding from Peterborough, who's a project manager, and Stephen Dodding, also from Peterborough, who is a dentist. Right, the first one of you to score 21 points will be going through into tomorrow's final, where the top prize is £2,000. So... each question in this round starts off being worth 5 points, but as the question proceeds, it's rapidly worth less and less, so the sooner you can buzz in, the better. Obviously, the catch is only one of you can buzz in at any one time. Now, James, you were first into this round, so you can be the first to choose whether or not to play or pass, and the category is television.
I'll play.
You're going to play, that's right. So control begins with you. So for the first part of the question, only you will be able to buzz in. If you don't buzz in that time, or if you do and you get the answer wrong, control moves over to you, Stephen. Same thing applies. If you don't buzz in, or if you do get the answer wrong, it goes back to James, and so on backwards and forwards until we get the right answer, or we run out of time. So a reminder, James is in charge. The category is television, and the time starts now. I am a comedy show from the 1970s that won 2 Silver Roses at Montreux. Each episode usually began with the stars, Stephen?
The Goodies.
The Goodies is right, yes, well done. That's 4 points to you, Stephen. So, James, you can choose to play or pass on words.
I'll play.
You're going to play, right. So, control begins with you, and the time starts now. I am derived via Old French from Latin meaning spark. Figuratively speaking, I denote superficial brilliance or showiness. I once described a fabric interwoven with metal threads or decorated with spangles. I now usually refer to... James?
Male.
No, that's incorrect. So control moves over to Stephen. The time continues now. To a Christmas tree decoration, Stephen?
Is it Lame?
No, it is not. So control moves back to James. The time continues now. That consists of a piece of... James?
Tinsel.
Tinsel's right, yes. So that's 2 points to you. So James is on 2, Stephen's on 4. James, you can choose to play or pass on famous man.
I'll play again.
You're going to play again, right? So control begins with you, and the time starts. Now, I am a North American war leader who fought in many battles during the late 19th century. Born in modern-day... James?
The Sitting Bull.
That's incorrect. Control moves over to Stephen. The time continues now. Modern-day New Mexico. I was the chief of the Chiricahua Apache people. I led my... Stephen?
Geronimo.
Geronimo, yes. So you've gone up to 8 now, Stephen. James on 2. Again, you can choose to play or pass on music.
I'll play again.
You're going to play, right? So control begins with you, and the time starts Now, I am a famous Christmas carol whose words were written on Christmas Eve in 1818 by Austrian Joseph Mohr. Stephen?
Silent Night.
That's correct. And that's taken you up to 12. James on 2. You can choose play or pass on customs.
I'll play.
You're going to play, right. So control begins with you, and the time starts now. My name is derived from Old Norse, meaning be in good health, which was a salutation made over a bowl of hot spiced ale. Originally, James?
Yuletide?
No, that's incorrect. Control moves over to Stephen. The time continues now. Originally, people who practiced me received a drink from such a bowl. I am a custom associated with the days leading up to, James?
Wassailing?
Yes, you're right. That's taken you to 5 against Stephen's 12. So, James, you can choose play or pass. Trees and plants.
I'll play again.
You're going to play again. OK, so control begins with you and the time starts now. I am the common name for a group of shrubs and small trees. My English variety, which has the Latin name Ilex aquifolium. James?
Holly?
Yes, that's right. You've gone to 10 against Stephen's 12, so you can still choose, James, play or pass. Cities.
I'll play again.
You're going to play. Control begins with you and the time starts now. My name in Arabic is House of Meat and in Hebrew is House of Bread. In modern times, I was part of the Palestine Mandate until 1948 before being... Stephen?
Jerusalem.
No, it's not Jerusalem, so control moves over to James. The time continues now. Being annexed by Jordan in 1950 following the Arab-Israeli War. James?
Nazareth?
No, that's wrong. Control moves over to Stephen. The time continues now. Since the Six-Day War of... Stephen?
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem's right. You've gone to 16 against James's 10. So, James, play or pass on the calendar.
I'll play.
You're going to play. Control begins with you, and the time starts now. I am a holiday celebrated in Britain, Australia, New Zealand and Canada that falls on St. Stephen's Day. James?
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day's right. You've gone to 15 against Stephen's 16. So, James, play or pass on regions.
I'll play again.
You're going to play. Control begins with you, and the time starts now. I am a region of Europe crossing several far northern countries. I have mountains to the... James?
Lapland?
Lapland's right. You've gone to 20 against Stephen's 16. Stephen, you can choose play or pass. Saints.
I'll play, please.
You're going to play. Control begins with you and the time starts now. I am a 4th century bishop of Myra whose life is virtually unknown. Stephen?
St. Nicholas.
St. Nicholas is right. And you've done it. You're today's one to win. Oh, that was pretty close. James, you've been beaten by your younger brother. How galling.
Yeah, it split the family.
I'm sure everything's fine. Thank you very much indeed for taking part, James.
No, thank you.
So, Stephen, congratulations. This means you go through to tomorrow's final, where the top prize is £2,000. There's no prize for winning today, but the whole family gets a copy of the Microsoft Encarta Reference Suite, complete with Encyclopedia World Atlas and Encarta World English Dictionary. So, as I say, you go through into the final, where you'll be meeting Annette Roberts from Royston, Kerry Milson from St Albans and Barbara Beards from Cradley Heath. So, we look forward to seeing you then, Stephen.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you as well tomorrow. Join us then. I'm Robin Houston. Goodbye. Welcome to One to Win, and it's the grand final of our Christmas family tournament. And after 4 heats, we have our 4 finalists who are competing today for £2,000. Let's meet them. And, of course, if you're watching earlier in the week, you've already met them, but we'll meet them again, shall we? First up is Annette Roberts. She's from Royston in Hertfordshire. She's a housewife, and her favourite subject is literature. Welcome again, Annette.
Thank you, Robin.
You go horse racing, I believe.
To Newmarket, yes. It's not far from where we live, and it's a lovely day out in the summer.
Right, you bet.
Oh, little flutter here and there.
Have you won anything?
Oh, yes, of course.
What's your biggest win?
Oh, about £20.
Oh, right. So the
very big.
potential £2,000 sort of knocks that into a cocked hat, doesn't it?
Well, yes, I could always put it on a horse, couldn't I?
Yes, if you must. Good luck, Annette.
Thank you very much.
And the next one is Kerry Milsom. She's from St Albans in Hertfordshire. She's an actress currently working in pantomime, and her favourite subject is geography. Welcome again to you, Kerry.
Thank you.
So obviously you're an actress, you're interested in theatre, but what sort of thing in particular?
I like working with children, theatre and pantomime and
what, theatre and
audience
education?
participation.
Right. But in terms of watching, what sort of theatre do you like most?
I like to go and see all different types of theatre. Physical theatre's quite good. And
What was the last thing you saw?
I went to see Jessica Lange in A Long Day's Journey Into Night.
Oh, was that good?
Excellent. Absolutely
Oh,
brilliant.
You would recommend it?
Absolutely.
Oh, right. Well, there'll be a check in the post, probably. Kerry, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And next up is Barbara Beards from Cradley Heath. She's a retired school secretary, and her favourite subject is food and drink. Welcome again, Barbara.
Thank you.
You like reading?
Yes.
What sort of thing do you read?
Well, I like detective stories.
Ah, Scotland Yard sort of stuff.
Yes.
Who's your favourite detective then?
Well, I think Morse has been for quite a time.
Morse.
And I like Dylan Pascoe,
Right.
Inspector Frost, Rebus, all those sort of things.
Very good. OK. Well, good luck,
Thank
Barbara.
you.
And last but not least is Stephen Dodding from Peterborough. He's a dentist. His favourite subject is science, and he beat his brother by 1 point yesterday. Welcome again, Stephen.
Close thing.
Yeah. And you're off to see to Zambia to see an eclipse.
Yes, well, I went down to Cornwall last year, and as you probably know, it was a bit cloudy down there, so it was quite spectacular, but I thought I'd like to see the real thing. So the next one comes up in Zambia in June, so we're heading off down there, and we'll just do a bit of safari at the same time, so it should be a nice trip.
And this is a total eclipse?
Total eclipse, yeah.
Right. OK, well, I hope it's not cloudy again. But,
That's
it's less
right. You
likely
never
to be
know.
so in Zambia, one hopes. But,
I would hope so.
OK, well, we know who you are, we know why we're here. Let's play One to Win.